Do 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 do.
Greetings fandom, my name is Andre, and for this video I'm going to talk about two different social media platforms that seem so similar yet so different. Twitter and Reddit. Okay? I've had my experience for quite some time now in both websites, and both websites can really be a great source of information based on current events, but at the same time, it can be a huge pain in the ass for me because I, for one, am very known for sharing my thoughts, and my thoughts tend to be a little bit more different from other people, and it really weighs in a lot on me the more the more often I do it. And yeah, there's that. And and I'm just going to discuss to you how they're very much similar. Okay, when it comes to the differences between the two platforms, I will be going to make a different video about that. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first similarity that I'm going to be discussing to you is the fact that the people there tend to be very, very, very wise and very much enlightened when it comes to somebody bringing up a few certain things. Okay, there's that, and uh, but the thing is that when it comes to expressing their thoughts and opinions, like the two websites like try to convey it in some sort of different way. Whereas, for example, when it comes to Reddit, there are those pages or communities or subreddits that will try to make open forums or open discussions about what they want to talk about, how to do this, how to do that. And then there will be a certain someone on that certain community who will give you the exact answers, like the exact specific answers on how to do some things. Like, and they can literally bring up anything actually. Like you just like there are those very big communities out there on Reddit, such as r/ask Reddit. I'm only going to mention that because it's kind of the only one that I know, but I know there are a lot of more open forums out there where you try to like ask anything about life, about stuff that interests you, or maybe your homework, how to do your homework. You like just try to throw in the questions there, that somebody will probably answer the whole thing for you, and he saves your life from that next exam that you have. Yes, that is actually kind of possible. As for Twitter, they of course they will try to like tell you what they know or what they feel, but the thing is that they will try to do it in a more expressed way. All right, because on Twitter, expression is key, and you really need to express yourself in some sort of way so that people will be very eager to press on that like button. Okay, on Twitter, it's kind of like very hard for you to get some likes, because what you have to say on that certain platform is something that really has to make a point, because it has to be like something that sounds very enlightening. That's why the people, many of the people of that platform are called wokes, because they're woken, because they are awake of the knowledge that they have. Okay, there's that. And sometimes it gets really annoying because there are a lot of those children that will really just sound very enlightened, and then either way people are still gonna fucking like their tweets. And if that's something that I'm not going to see as like worthy, that's something that I will not be willing to press it on. If it's really not worth my time, if it's really just some gibberish stuff. But then again, I tend to do that sometimes as well, just to fill in my quota, because I try to fill in a number of tweets on my quota over there. That's what I do. That's what I do a lot. And there's that. I don't. But then there are those children who literally just try to bring up whatever stupid thoughts they have in their mind, and then people will really just consider it as woke. And then that's it. Reddit, on the other hand, does not do that. Like, they just look for some very important and very specific information on those open forums. There will be things that will be brought up to those communities, and there will be those special and specific people who will be willing to tell you what to do, how to do this, how to get through with life, how to get a girlfriend. Sana all. But the thing is, how they provide that sort of knowledge tends to be very different with each other. But yes, both are very known for having this huge sense of enlightenment, which I kinda did not have nowadays, and it really is a shame. Yes. The second similarity, which I am going to discuss to you, is about what I have mentioned earlier, because of the fact that both of these platforms have a hive mind. Yes, there may be many people, there may be a lot of those people from different cultures, different places that do different things, but their minds work as one. Again, sana all. And that's something that I really wish our country, in a political way, would have. Maybe that is the one thing that we should have there: a hive mind that we need to have as one nation, to try to do as much as we can to do away with all of those corrupt officials that are in power. We need to vote them out, and to vote them out, we must use our power to vote wisely collectively as one people. We needed to have that hive mind, and that's one of the good things, to have that hive mind. But when it comes to these two platforms, if you happen to have a very different opinion, an opinion that's very much different from all of those other netizens are saying, then chances are you would get shitted on. Believe me. Like, they would be totally enraged or irritated for having an opinion that's entirely different from theirs. If you say something that they will disagree on, not only will they say they will disagree on you, but also they will try to they will try to degrade you, call you stupid things, stupid names. I've been there quite a lot when it comes to me discussing political matters on Twitter, because in the country where I'm from, we are totally divided. It's completely a divided nation when it comes to when it comes to politics, and there's some people would prefer voting for this side, some people would prefer voting for another, and I don't think we would ever coexist as one whole nation if we're going to keep it up with this sort of thing. And if there are any of you guys who tend to follow me on Twitter, like you would see that I am very much vocal with my thoughts on politics, on what's happening today in our society, and how officials tend to crush the hopes and dreams of the poor people, like that. And what I try to do about it is, I know it doesn't really do much, but what I have to do is like raise out my thoughts. What should really happen here, and how it could be done. How it could be done is like try to register to vote. Hashtag register to vote. Hashtag elections 2022. Try to try to do something to get these corrupt officials out of their seats of power. That's what I try to say all the time. But as much as there are people who agree with what I say, specifically the netizens, there are also those people who support the ones currently in power, and then they will try to respond to me in a not so civilized manner. In my case, I am very, very active when it comes to responding to people. May it be good things or bad things, I always try to respond to them. And what I do is try to hit them back with that same amount of negative energy that they threw to me. Okay? When it comes to verbal smackdowns, flame wars, heated arguments online, being a fucking keyboard warrior, yes, I'm willing to do that. I am ready to fight to the death when it comes to those things. I will fight for my thoughts. I will fight for my opinions. I will fight for my belief. That's on Twitter though, because on Reddit they have this sort of voting system, and I try not to do that when it comes to them showing their disinterest in my thoughts. That is not what I'm willing to do here. No. Because what I once did, okay, was that on Reddit, okay, if you don't like somebody's opinion, just pressing that downvote button is enough. Okay? There's no need for you to shit on them. It's not Twitter wherein you can only say, "Oh, I like this guy's opinion." And turns out it's not really that way, because the dislike button is not available. The dislike button is not there. The dislike button is not there to let the people know that they don't like his opinions. And Reddit has a very strict policy when it comes to ensuring that people's opinions really do get heard. And when it comes to that hive mind, that's also the bad side of having a hive mind. Because when it comes to using hive minds and also having that sort of policy, it's like you're almost not allowed to have a different opinion. Like, when everybody seems to agree with something and I disagree with it, I'm not allowed to say it. Because if I do, they will give me negative feedback for that. That's what the downvotes are for. That's what the dislikes are for. And that has happened to me on YouTube at some point. And it went down really, really ugly, I guess. So, yeah, there's that. And as much as the two platforms tend to give me a huge pain in the ass sometimes, it's really nice to get to know the positive side of things. Like, people talking about current events, people talking about what they can do to resolve the pandemic situation that we have right now, what we can do to get through life without having to take these very, very long cuts, these very long shortcuts in life. They can discuss that too, and how to reduce plastic waste by not really using them that much, because single-use plastics are a huge pain in the ass to Mother Earth. They can talk about all of that, okay, and that's why I think both are very interesting and very unique in their own way. That's all I have to say, though. That's all I have to say.